Hi, this is Stephanie Miller from The Stephanie Miller Show. Please enjoy this exclusive clip from my show on Political Voices Network.
Calling it Twitter. We're allowed to dead name it. Dead name it.
Yes, I am dead naming it. I'm not calling it whatever he wants me to. Screw that. John, we've been talking about this all morning. You said all week. You said Tucker Carlson wants you to know that someone secretly did to Barack Obama what Tucker does publicly to Donald Trump. I got which point was there.
I had to smoke just to watch that.
Yeah. So he dug up this guy, convicted felon, what's his name, Sinclair, who failed a lie detector test about having sex and doing drugs with Barack Obama. And somehow, is this all Tucker's got now?
You left out that he went to jail for forgery and has a 20-year criminal record with a specialty in deception and multiple aliases. That's Tucker's star. Tucker Carlson has completed his transition to Alex Jones.
You said, why can't you accept that half of this country wants to vote for Trump? We are not cult members. Tucker is not filleting Trump because he treats him like a human being. We just think Trump is a better choice. We get it. You don't like Trump. It's time for you to grow up, said Marigold to you. And you said because one, half the Republican Party is nowhere near, quote, half the country. Two, Tucker hates Trump. We know this. It's all a grift. Three, you should donate large amounts of your savings to billionaire Trump to prove that you're not a sucker. That will really own the libs.
All I'm doing now, I'm not fighting with MAGAs anymore. I'm like, you want to prove your obedience? Make a massive donation to Trump. That's how you own the lib. And if possible, make a massive donation to the Trump University or the Trump Foundation. Ooh, we hate that, Brer Fox. We hate it.
Okay. So, also, just one last one. You said if you truly hate abortions, maybe try avoid buying things made in a country where they're mandatory. The hypocrisy just never ends on the right on abortion, does it?
No, the hypocrisy is the point. The hypocrisy is the religion. It's what they have to pass for religion. It's absolutely, they can't fight for anything that the character in the Bible named Jesus fights for. Welcome the stranger? Not so much. Stop executing people? I don't think so. Individuals and nations must take care of the poor and take care of the sick. What is this, a gag? Pay your taxes? There's nothing that the character of Jesus actually says you have to do that right-wing Christians want to do. So instead, they have a religion of Jesus fan fiction where Jesus hates the same people they do and wants them to hate migrants seeking legal asylum and trans children. And so, that's the racket. You know it. Your listeners know it. We get to call it out because they're still trying to pull it off.
Yep. Okay. So the debate we've been having. Wait a minute. Who was it? Hang on. I hope he takes. Speaking of Walter the dogging. Although many political observers are skeptical Trump will really testify on his own behalf during his criminal trials, a lawyer who once defended him thinks Trump will actually go through with it. David Schoen, remember that guy from the impeachment? He said Donald Trump believes he's a great communicator. He's proven to be a great communicator, so I would expect him to testify. Yes, that is excellent advice, and I hope he takes that lawyer's. Our friend Ellie Mistal said if he testifies, he will lie, and he will catch himself another indictment, this time for perjury. No lawyer who's been through, I would say, 3 months of law school would dare put Trump on the stand to lie some more. But Brooklyn Dad Defiant said, I'll bet my lunch money there's absolutely no way that Chicken Trump takes the stand in his defense. He's a lying liar who can't stop lying about lies, and he will immediately perjure himself effortlessly, and if he does testify, checkmate. What's your guess, John? Because he clearly seems like he's just like he's losing whatever he had left of whatever. I mean, he's defying judges' orders left and right. What do you think?
Yeah, remember, stop and smell the meltdown, folks. Don't get too discouraged. There's two things Donald Trump's lawyers are afraid of: him lying under oath or him telling the truth under oath. So, no, you will see an impeachment of Joe Biden before you see Trump on the stand. And you will not see an impeachment of Joe Biden. I mean, I think it's cute they're trying to hold the government hostage unless they get their impeachment. I think it's adorable that all these Republicans really want a black woman to be president. I never knew Kamala had so many fans. But there are Republicans who are in districts that Biden won that will never vote to impeach him. So it's all just a sham. Joe Biden would love it if they tried to impeach him. That would light the country on fire for him.
Yeah.
So, but you're not going to see it, and you're not going to see Trump on the stand. It's all just media hype.
Yeah.
I'd love, but I don't
just
think we're
based on this morning's is Truth Central, whatever. Yeah. He laid a statement
There's 2 pages.
from the bassinet of the 40. Oh, it is. I only have
There's
one.
Page 2.
Oh.
No. He says page 2.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
Oh, he does his page
Page
2. Thank you.
His Paul Harvey impression.
I can't believe these fascist monsters who've so viciously gone after the great Peter Navarro for defying the totally partisan January 6th Unselect Committee of political hacks and thugs who refused to go after crazy Nancy Pelosi, and the reason she and the mayor of D.C. rejected 10,000 soldiers who would have easily stopped any future security problem. His testimony wouldn't have mattered because the committee quickly and illegally deleted and destroyed all evidence and findings. Okay. Oh, findings. Okay. First of all, that's all lies. So that goes to your point of why he won't testify, because it is very easily debunked that Nancy Pelosi and the mayor of D.C. did not reject the National Guard. It was Trump's right. Mm-hmm. What do you call it? I mean, it's just he can't. It's lies like he breathes. He can't help himself.
Trump got all the drugs that get taken at Burning Man this year before he posted that. Yeah, listen, folks. If they can go after Peter Navarro, he actually did, they can do it to you and me too. So watch out. It's beautiful. Peter Navarro and Danny Masterson the same day.
Yeah.
That was poor Angel, Stephanie.
Yeah.
We had some. I was so happy about Danny Masterson's not going to be eligible for parole for 3 years.
Yep. Yeah.
When he gets to be that 70s rapist. I'm sorry. I like accountability. I like seeing it happen.
Yeah. E.G. and Carroll won again this week. It really was a good week, John. I mean, this one, Beto O'Rourke tweeted, Reagan-appointed judge rejects Abbott's claims of migrant invasion, rules that Texas's conduct irreparably harms the public safety, navigation, and the operations of federal agency officials. Great first step toward checking Abbott's deadly cruelty and impunity. I mean, I was saying yesterday, they're just, he and DeSantis, it's like they're having an awful off every day to see who can be more awful.
Judge made him tear down his underwater barbed wire death traps. Greg Abbott had to be forced into being pro-life this week.
Yeah. And I got to say, it was what do we say, Trump-appointed Federalist Society guy that used to work for Grassley that convicted Enrico Tarrio to 22 years.
The tears of Proud Boys. Let me tell you, I mentioned it last week. If you're looking for a coffee substitute that's a stimulant that grounds you, Proud Boy Tears. It's great. I'm going to be selling it. Fair trade Proud Boy Tears, pumpkin spice Proud Boy Tears. It's delicious.
We call them Nazi bitch tears here on the Stephanie Miller Show.
Nazi bitch tears kombucha, Stephanie. It tastes, but the fact that it exists makes those Nazi bitches cry more, and that's.
Here's why I believe children of the future, because of the stem cell of the Stephanie Miller Show, Victor Shi, who tweeted, so I'm on a flight now, and the person next to me says he knows me from Twitter. We started talking politics. He said he's a moderate, and he was skeptical about President Biden at first, but now he thinks there's no one better than President Biden. These are the stories that matter. And he's just talking about doing that sort of one conversation at a time with people. I was reading, John, earlier a tweet by Paul Krugman, who said he talked to several people that are smart, that follow the news, that did not know inflation is way down. And, I blame the media for that we've heard so many stories, inflation bad, inflation bad, inflation bad. You can look at the graph, it has gone straight down. And so, when you see this polling, not only are they small samples weighted toward Republicans, but then on cue, Democrats freak out. Like, oh my God, Biden's only got a whatever approval rating and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and again, America is handling inflation better than any of the G7 nations. We're recovering much better than our allies. And that's incredible, but you're right. It is all on the media. The media needs the illusion of a horse race. The media needs these bogus landline polls to show Donald Trump is beating Joe Biden, so people will freak out so they can start to get their rating sweeps horse race year going.
Ask President Romney about that. By the way, you are my personal comedy Jesus. You know why? Because when John is here, magical things happen.
They do.
Not necessarily loaves, fishes, things like that. But Victor Shi has tweeted, holy cow, the Fulton County grand jury report was just released. They recommend charges against Lindsey Graham.
That was a special grand jury.
Pardon me?
The special one.
Yeah. for trying to overturn the 2020 election results in Georgia and other states. It is past time that Lindsey Graham is charged for breaking the law. Here is that section. The grand jury recommends charges against people like Donald Trump, Mark Meadows, and they also recommend charges against Lindsey Graham, Michael Flynn, Cleta Mitchell, and many, many others.
Wow.
I hope Lindsey gets his day in court. Victor tweets, wow.
This grand jury had this finding about Lindsey Graham, but it's been on the down low.
Oh, John.
John Louise. Fugelsang. Okay,
Really, where's the lie?
sexyliberal.com.
Boost your immunity now with Tapiro, the new high-potency, great-tasting elderberry gummies infused with zinc and vitamin C. Tapiro is available exclusively at healthpowerusa.com. Boost your immunity. Order your supply of Tapiro now at healthpowerusa.com.